People, what's going on? What's going on with y'all for today? Salute to all the subscribers. Salute to all those who aren't subscribed. So I need you to hit the subscribe button. And for all those who rock with me, thank you for coming in and listening to what I got to say for the day. Listen, too many of us, and I'm even guilty of it. We place too many restrictions on our growth. You know, limitations. And by me saying that, it's really just weak excuses for what we want to do, and we say we have no time for. The greatest thing we always hear is, I don't have time for this. I don't have time to go to the gym. I don't have time to read. I don't have time to, pay this bill, that bill. You know what I'm saying? I'm too busy caught up in what I want to do when I want to do it. Please say I if you one of these people or have been one of them people. I know I have been. We place too many restrictions on what we want to do for things that we have to do. Take time out for yourself. I know we got families. I know y'all got kids. I know you may have a kid or you may not have no kids. I understand that. But sometimes life will force you to sit down. I've been a person that has experienced being sat down at a moment's notice because I didn't take enough time out for me. And I know it's just not me. My life, I have my ups and downs with my stresses. But some of y'all, and the stories that I hear from people that I know, they got some real issues. They got some real stressful issues in their life where they need to take some time out for themselves. And it ain't always got to be a vacation. Sometimes it can be a staycation. You work too much. You put too much into things and other people, trying to help people, which is not a bad thing. But sometimes you put the cart before the horse. You know what I'm saying? You put too much before yourself. That's part of restrictions. You know what I'm saying? You're placing restrictions on your life. So you never will have time to do anything that you feel like you have a desire to do. I've been a victim of that in my younger years, placing limitations, saying I can't do this, I can't do that, or I don't have time for that. Just think about the things that you want to do right in this very moment as you listening to me. What is it, before you zone out, what is it that you want to do? Then think about what is it that you need to do. Paying bills, everyday life things, that's what you have to do. But when are you going to take some time out for yourself? You know what I'm saying? Because anything that we want to do, we can put our mind to. So, fellas, the little things that we like to do, juggle 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 women, that's something that you feel like you want to do. That's a want versus a need. You don't place restrictions on that when you need to do that, when you want to do that, right? You know what I'm saying? Ladies, when you want to go on all these vacations, you don't place no restrictions on that because that's something that you want to do. Make enough money to do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You don't place no restrictions on that, but you place restrictions on yourself when you don't want to expand in your reading. You don't want to expand in your business. You don't want to expand being an entrepreneur. Because we always say we don't want to go to nobody's job, right? We don't want to go to nobody's 9 to 5. But we not working at any other avenues that we want to get to, owning homes, selling cars, whatever it is business-wise that you want to do for yourself, or, open a barbershop, a beauty shop, a nail shop, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? We don't put more effort into doing that. We talk about we ain't got time. I gotta get home, raise my kids, feed my kids, clothe my kids, stuff that you gotta do anyway. And you feel like you don't have enough time for yourself. And sometimes, and a lot of times, maybe you don't. But it's the restrictions that you put on yourself. You can't grow limiting yourself. Your ceiling will only be so high. Because you don't want to put forth a little more effort in working on you. When you come home from your 9 to 5, or you put in your 8 hours, your 10, 12, or your 16 hours, you don't take out time for yourself. All you do, because I've done it, I do it, I dial back and get ready mentally for the day, for my work day, versus working on myself before work and coming home and taking a little bit of time for myself after work, working on what I want to do, and complete all my desires that I want to do. I've learned to do those things. You know what I'm saying? Now, some of y'all still may be finding other avenues to better yourself. Keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? Get around some people that's going to help you do that. Don't limit yourself to people that you feel they don't know because you didn't ask. You know what I'm saying? You feel like they don't know because you don't see them maybe exemplifying certain things, but they may have a better understanding of things outside of work. Just because you see them at work don't mean they ain't got other business ventures or avenues outside to make them some revenue or do what they want to do to keep them from working the 9 to 5 or putting so much into it. They put more into themselves than they are into work. And I know you follow me so far, so think about those things. Don't get too bogged down in not doing and what you got on your plate already. Those things will be there. They have to be there. These are things you have to do. But when you don't, get to the gym, I'm a person, an avid person who thinks about the gym a lot. You know what I'm saying? And getting there and not making excuses about why. Because when you go to the doctors and they tell you, you need to do this, you need to drop about 35 pounds. And not me personally, but if that's what I wanted to do, I would do it. But you get to a place where you might get ill, and now you have to do it. You don't have a choice, or life will force you to do things you don't want to do. Versus if you had took the time off for yourself, stop restricting yourself from the growth necessary that you need for your health, you ain't gonna have no choice but to do it. It's easier to do things when you want to do it versus when you're forced to do it. I'm telling you. I know I've experienced these things, and like I said, in my younger years, I try not to do it now. Place restrictions on myself, saying I don't have time for this and I don't have time for that. 10 years, 5 years, 10 years will pass by so fast before you think, damn, I did have the time to do this. I chose not to do it for whatever reason. What was I thinking? Your time management is off. Your money management could be off. You know what I'm saying? That's how you place restrictions on yourself. I don't have enough money to do this. I don't have enough time to do this. I'm reiterating that because I'm driving it home to you and what we think about on a daily. You know what I'm saying? You got to do it. Things that you have to do is what you got to do. Things you want to do, you place restrictions on and say, I don't have time to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, you're going to keep complaining. You're going to keep being annoyed by life issues. You know what I'm saying? And you're never going to get to where you got to go. You're never going to get to where you got to go because you place some restrictions upon yourself. Nobody else put them on you. When you talk about time you don't have, when you have all the time that you need, because we don't have long on this earth. You know what I'm saying? So do the things that you want to do, because I'm going to tell you right now, man, life is undefeated. In every aspect, you living on this earth as a human being. Everything. Life is undefeated. Life will kick your ass bad if you don't boss up. Think about the things that you want to do. What you need to do and what you want to do are two different things, but think about some things you need to do and take time out for yourself. Too many restrictions will leave you plagued with anger, annoyance, and put you in a place you don't want to be or need to be, which causes anxiety, which causes depression. Not taking time off for yourself, put restrictions on what you want to do, what you need to do, and you don't do it. No matter what it is for you. I can't speak to everybody's situation or name every situation, but It's up to you to not place restrictions on your growth. Don't limit your ceiling. All right? So y'all be blessed, people. And I'm going to keep it pushing until the next one, all right?